Station Houston on 2 for Aki. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, I am ready for the event.
JAXA PAO, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call the station for a voice check.
I hear you loud and clear. Konnichiwa.
Yeah, Hoshide-san says it's clear. Hello, everyone.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、JAXA の星出です。今日は、ここ
Hi, everyone. I'm Aki Hoshide of JAXA, speaking from Kibo module up in the ISS. So I heard about today's workshop taken part by many pupils, and thank you for joining for that workshop. And all the members joined the program, and also Professor Kodake and Mr. Uchiyama, thank you for joining us today. So our updates. Just last week, we started using Cygnus aircraft, unmanned supplier aircraft, docked to the ISS, and we are working on the carrying in the supplies. And we are doing the experiments and also the repairment, such as airlock systems. We are replacing old ones with new ones. And at the end of this week, we are going to have a new SpaceX Dragon will be launched to deliver some more supplies to us. So those are the quick updates from us. So today's theme is our future in space, where everyone can do space travel. And I heard about the various ideas you came up in the workshop, and I'm excited and looking forward to answering you. Right, Hoshide-san. Now let us welcome the first team, the members of the Team Space Boys. I'm dreaming of special sports which can be played only in space and have Olympic Games in space. To make such a dream come true, I want to know how we can involve more countries in space development programs. And when they do, what kind of teamwork will be necessary?
はい、宇宙少年の皆さん、すごい、いろんなことを考えてくれたみたいですね。
Thank you for your question, the boys from the team Space Boys. I heard about many different questions from you. Space Olympic is such a good idea. And in fact, we did this Space Olympics, small-scale Space Olympics, with 7 players from 4 countries. And we enjoyed some special sports only available up in the space. So our wish is more people will be get involved in this special Olympic Games in sports, which can be played only in space. That is going to be such a great, fun idea. And as you asked in your question, how to involve more countries. And a great number that is many enough to have an Olympic. That first hurdle is to bring more people, more nations sent in space. And nowadays, more companies, private sectors, public sectors are involved in the space development programs. And if we keep advancing on this track, then more people will be able to travel up in space, and we have enough people to hold Olympic Games in space. Every different kind of things will be possible in space. So we just have to keep exploring what makes it easier to bring people up in space and have Olympic Games. Thank you very much. I can't wait to see the dream of Space Olympic Games come true. Thank you. Now let's contact the second team, Team Space Students. Taniguchi-san, please go ahead. Sir Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group, reached space recently, and I saw that news on Instagram. My dream is to have my wedding in space, and then after that live up in space. I would like to invite my grandparents to my wedding. But can we make space travel as easy as even elderly people can enjoy?
はい、間一髪宇宙留学生チームの皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。そうですね、ブランソンさんも宇宙に来ましたし。
Thank you very much for your question from Team Space Students.
どんどんいろんな人が宇宙に来てます。
Yeah, I heard about Richard Branson's news, and about space aircraft are being launched, and more people are traveling to space. And now we can involve greater range of age group for space travel. But of course, you might be worried about how much burden you have to bear to do space travel, especially when the rocket is launched, such as the great sense of gravity up to 3G. You have to put up with such greater G. But to make it easy, perhaps the development of rocket technology can make that burden lighter for human bodies. And once you're up in space, it's microgravity. So everything is much, much easier. But the next challenge is when you go back to Earth, because you will find your bones and muscles weaker, especially for elderly people. So your grandmom and grandpa may find it difficult when they are back on Earth. So we need more advanced technologies to make space travel back and forth easier. So studies in that field can use data we are collecting at the moment, the changes in our body right now, for example, sampling our blood, sampling our urine, are all used for the advancement of such technology to make space travel easier in future. Thank you very much. Now space travel seems even more fun to us. Thank you. Now let us connect the third team, Keio Yokohama Dreams team. Mizoguchi-san, please. I expect someday some music or some message will go beyond any boundaries, such as nationalities, races, or ages, and make all dividing barriers disappear. I believe that there will be a time when anybody have equal opportunities and become an astronaut. Currently, most astronauts or cosmonauts are from the US and Russia. Do you find anything special or interesting when the team of astronauts is a greater mix of different nationalities?
はい、慶応横浜ドリームズの皆さん、ありがとうございます。そうですね。
Thank you for your question, members of Keio Yokohama Dreams. Well, so on this mission, at the moment, I'm working with 7 astronauts and cosmonauts. I'm Japanese, and Russian cosmonauts, and American astronauts, and also French astronauts. It's in our team. So we have 4 different nationalities. We have meals together, and we enjoy conversations between our tasks. And while we're doing that, I can catch many different information. such as some photos of their home countries, and they can come up with what is nice to taste and what is different between their cultures, and popular movies, TV programs of their own countries. Every kind of such information are on our conversations. That is so interesting, and I can keep finding some little differences. That is fun. So at the moment we have 4 different nationalities, but I wish that greater number of different nations will be involved in this space program in future. Thank you very much. It's very inspiring. Thank you. Next is a member from Team Sirius. Please go ahead, Ishihara-san. For people traveling back and forth between space and Earth, and for people who are staying in space, I would like to offer something delicious. We want to build dining halls or food halls where people can enjoy food experience in space. What do you imagine when you're asked food or dish especially good or better when enjoyed in space? Also, how much of a change do you find in your sense of taste between in space and on Earth? Thank you for your question from Team Sirius. So your question and the theme is space and meals or food. So we are a team of 4 different nationalities. So we can enjoy many different meals from different countries, from America, from Russia, and sometimes from French, such as brought by Thomas Pesquet of France. And I also offer Japanese food, Japanese space food, and we can taste and exchange each other. For example, we can set French Day, French Meal Day, and Thomas Pesquet hosts us for the French Day meals. It's such a fun. So let me see what is so special or even better tasted in space. Meal itself needs to have variety. Otherwise, it will be boring. So if we have a great variety, it's always delicious. But also, the taste itself in the food is, of course, important, but the atmosphere of the meal is even more important, such as fun conversations exchanged over the meal. That will make difference. You can imagine that meals you can enjoy outdoor in camp may not taste such a good thing. You're back at home. So how you enjoyed your meal will be the point. That is where you can feel the difference. I don't feel much of the change in the sense of taste myself. But sometimes I use some condiments, salt or Tabasco or soy sauce to add a slight change in my meals. But basically, what you like on Earth will be what you will love up in space. So try to find out what is your taste in your meal and choose what you want to take up to the space when you go to the space travel. Thank you very much. So I will study further about space and food.
Finally, the 3 space traveler. Please join us, Otsuka-san. We are now observing a lot of data with satellites, and I am wondering if we can observe environmental problems just by looking at images. Do you think that there are any changes between the Earth as Gagarin, so it's 60 years ago, the Earth Day, also, what can we do for the future 30 years from now?
チームの皆さんありがとうございます。そうですね。僕たちが宇宙に
Thank you, Creative Space Travel Team.
長期って言っても6ヶ月ぐらいなんですよ
We
ね。でその間に起こる地上の
are now staying at long term at ISS. At this time, we have small changes in the spaces. I guess it takes a long time, long days to examine the long data. For taking long data, we can find any changes by atmosphere changes, such as climate changes. So to examine for the long-term examination, we can find any changes. For me, there are no special changes, but if we have any lot of data for a long time, we can find more easily to change the Earth as it changes. So we can live longer in space if we have no materials from the Earth. So for great 30 years future Earth, please keeping great changes. Thank you. I'd like to put Mr. Hoshide-san's advice into practice for the future of the universe. Now let's have Hoshide-san answer some questions from teams around the country who unfortunately were not selected this time. So now I'm an astronaut here.
そうですね。そうですか。ありがとうございます。じゃあその中で火星に行ってみたいって。
Please raise a hand for if we want to go to Mars. How many people want to go to Mars? All people.
ありがとうございます。そうですね。
But one person. Thank you. I want to go to Mars and Luna. But so I would like you all to make one team to go to Mars and Luna. So let's take a photo with Hoshide-san for the last time. Smile for the camera. Is everyone ready? Say cheese. So Hoshide-san, please have your comment for future 30 years later Earth. Please have your comment. Thank you for joining today.
だいぶ先かなって思いますけども、宇宙開発の歴史を考えると、もうすぐかなと。
So in 30 years, it's not so long time from here, from now. So to make progress, to develop. So Mars is also to focus on investigation now. So to take over the any hurdles to think about the future space.
はい、では皆さんありがとうございました。また地球でお会いしましょう。
Thank you very much for today. So see you all in the earth. Thank you.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thanks to all the participants from JAXA and all the participants. Station will now resume operational space to ground 2.